This last Wednesday, the USDA released the June WASDE report. Last week, in anticipation of the report, Kansas City Board of Trade July wheat prices fell from around $7.45 to $7.30. Now remember, there was price support at $7.31. On Monday and Tuesday before Wednesday's report, the price fell down to near $7.13. We have support at $7.11. At this taping on Thursday, the price is at $7.20, somewhere in that vicinity on the Kansas City Board of Trade July contract. If that July contract price breaks $7.11, goes below that 2 consecutive days, the next target is probably around $6.80 to $6.85. If it breaks that, then we'll go down to $6.64. Now remember, the 5-year average June price, cash price in Oklahoma, is $6.40 a bushel. If that Kansas City Board of Trade July contract gets down around $6.50, we've got a 7 under basis right now. That's going to get cash prices right close to the 5-year average. You look at this wheat field here. If you'll remember back in March, this was just bare ground. This wheat is the reason we've seen prices going lower, and I'm talking to farmers and producers that say, some of them, they may have record yields this year. Some of the wheat looks a lot better than we expected it to a couple months ago. Now, a lot of the wheat is coming in as expectations. Now, if you look at that WASDE report, U.S. total wheat production was projected to be 2 billion, just a little over 2 billion bushels. The 5-year average at 2.24 billion. World production at 25.6 billion bushels, the average at 24.8. So U.S. below the 5-year average, world above the 5-year average. Ending stocks for next year for the United States, 659 million, 5-year average right at 800 million. So ending stocks projected to be below average. That would imply for the year above average prices. World ending stocks at 6.7 billion bushels, the average 6.9. So there's going to be adequate wheat around the world. So I would think right now that USDA may be underestimating those ending stocks. If you look at corn, not much change in the USDA's WASDE numbers for corn from May to June, but historically there's not much change. Now USDA came out with 14 billion bushel production. Trade thinks, and I still believe the trade believes that's closer to 13.7 to 13.8 billion bushels. Ending stocks, USDA came out with 2 billion. The trade believes it's closer to 1.7 to 1.7 billion bushels ending stocks. USDA rarely changes the corn WASDE numbers in June. I'd expect, if there's changes, and I expect changes for both wheat and corn when the July report comes out. Our current price is around $7.10 a bushel. Remember that our average for this month is $6.40. USDA is projecting the average annual price for hard red winter wheat to be around $6.90. We're above that. If we stay above it, then I would expect for prices to trend down into the fall and winter. If we drive the price down to the average $6.40, $6.50, then I expect prices to trend back up. So from a strategy standpoint, if we stay above 7, 7.25, I'd probably sell a higher percentage at harvest, say rather than a third, and a third, do 50% of it at harvest and the other 2/4 in the September, October, November, December time period. If the price falls down to that $6.40, $6.50 level, then I would probably go the third and a third and a third. The next 2 to 3 weeks is going to give us a lot of information on this harvest, and this harvest, what we produce, is going to determine whether prices go up or down from here.